Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Ava with Stitching in the Interlake. Over there is Lilybell, where she always is, in her bed. Well, as you can see, I'm continuing on with Carolyn Manning's Please Be Home for Christmas. Now, I didn't do a lot yesterday because I developed such a heavy duty, nasty migraine. And it lasted all last night. And when I got up at 4 o'clock, oh my gosh, my head was just pounding. And it was just awful. And even this morning now, I was doing not too badly when I woke up. And I was up at about, I don't know, 7 o'clock, I guess, which was wonderful. And, but yeah, I'm still not doing great. And I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I think it has something to do with my drop in gabapentin. Now, I know it's been a month now since I had my drop. So I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, so I'm going to continue working right here and then right here because this is, no, sorry. Okay, so I have to do, yeah, it's a good thing I double checked. Okay, so I have to do a diamond in here. So, but we'll just continue working and that and see how things go. And, but yeah, oh, I was so surprised yesterday with what Gigi sent me. Oh my gosh. I was just so tickled pink. I have them, my new magnets on my refrigerator. And I counted yesterday, and here I thought, okay, 50, maybe 75. I have 115. I couldn't believe it. 115. Yeah, that's just, I have no idea where I'm going to put them once my fridge is all filled up. I don't know. I don't know. So I guess it'll depend on my new place and how the fridge is situated. Like, is it going to be that I will have one wall of the one side of the fridge? Will it be available, like open? I don't know because I haven't been in that house. So I don't know. And Juliet and John are gone. They're coming back today. It's John's mother's 91st birthday today. Wow. And this is the first time they've seen her in 2 years. And so I told Juliet, I said, make sure that you like spend all the time you can with her because one never knows what's going to happen over the next while. And that, so, but yeah. What else was I going to say? Oh, Manitoba now is back to mask wearing indoors. When you're outside, you don't need to, but indoors, you have to. Like with, if you're with people you don't know, right? So, yeah. And, oh, what else? Oh, you will see by the picture that I made a plum cake yesterday. Oh, come on, there. And I decided I was going to post a picture. And so it's there. And if anybody wants the recipe, just let me know. It is so easy. Oh my gosh. It is so easy. And you don't have to do plums. You can do kind of whatever fruit you like, not oranges or bananas or something. But you could do strawberries. But I would suggest that it's that that you don't just use strawberries. Like put something else in there. You know, you can have peaches and raspberry, nectarines and raspberries, blueberries and raspberries, strawberries and raspberries. You know, just plums and raspberries, or, you know, plums and blueberries, whatever it is. And I happen to like plum. And that because my mother made Flammkuchen when I was young. And I always loved it. I always loved it. Okay, so now I have to go down here. And can I find my thread? Oh boy, why didn't I get my thread set up? Oh boy. Okay, I'm not sure if that's... Nope, that's not it. That's a red. And I need... Oh. And so yeah, it's you know, making it is extremely easy. Like, you will be shocked at just how easy it is. I'll just tell you here. Okay? You mix, well, how I do it. Now you're going to have to adjust it according to the size of your pan, right? But for like maybe the square pans or the long pans, rectangular pans, the smaller ones, not the big ones, is for the base and the topping. I have 2 cups of flour, and I just kind of do it how I feel, how it feels, okay? So I don't really even measure it. So like I said, about 2 cups of flour, and then I put in some margarine or butter, if you will. The harder the better, okay? So, meaning how cold it is, right? I know here that they're just bringing back in the sticks of margarine. So, but anyway, and so yeah, and then you put in sugar, okay? And it can be whatever, however sweet you like it, but you need that sugar in there, okay? So then what you do is you put those ingredients, well, I would put in the flour and the sugar first and make sure they're blended. Then put in the margarine or butter. And then what I do is I don't mix it by hand. I mix it, I use a spoon, or you can use a fork or whatever, and you just blend it all together, okay? Until it's well blended. And there will be lumps in there, and that is perfectly fine. That's what you want. Okay. But just have it that there's not big clumps of like your butter or margarine or, you know, whatever. That you want it into little tiny pea size. And then what I do is I put it on the bottom of the pan. And you can do it one of two ways. You can either bake the bottom for about 20 minutes. Okay, 350, 375 maybe. So then you bake that, and then you can take it out and put the fruit in. Now, plums or nectarines, whatever, or peaches, whatever it is that you make into. So I take a plum and I cut it in half, and then I twist it like this to release the seed, and then I cut it in strips, and then I take those and I make them smaller. And so then I do that. And like I said, you can put whatever fruit combinations you want. You can even use frozen fruits. So yeah. And then so then you put, oh, and when you're mixing, do the fruit up first, okay? And then put some sugar on it and make sure it's all coated in there, okay? And what that does is, especially for plums, it makes them juicier because it helps to draw the water out. Or, you know, in my case, I had plums that were a little bit on the dry side, but they were nice and red inside. But you don't want mushy, okay? Like your main fruit, you don't want it mushy. So then, okay, so then you take it after it's sat in the sugar. You can put it for a couple of hours, an hour. You can put it overnight if you want, whatever you like. And then I put that all in on top of the base. And then I put the, well, anglicized as streusel. We say streusel topping on top of it. And you just kind of spread it around, whatever's left over. And then you put that all on top. And then I put it in, and I cook mine in toaster ovens. I don't use the big oven. So I have my convection toaster oven. And I put it in at 350 for 50 minutes. And then I take it out and I let it cool on a wire rack. And once it's cool, you know, you can either serve it where it's warm and that, or you can do it where it cools down, and I put Cool Whip on there. I get the light Cool Whip. And so then I put that on top, and oh my gosh, I can tell you, mwah, is it ever good? Is it ever good? And it sure tastes fantastic, and it's so easy. It's so easy. 2 bowls, 1 pan, 1 fork or spoon, and that's it. And of course your fruit, and so you need a knife to cut it and that. So Yeah, so it's really good. It's really, really good. And I'm sure it would be a hit with anybody. Now, I want to try and get some frozen cranberries and see if I can add next time, add some frozen cranberries to it, which would be awesome. You'd get that real tangy fall flavor. So you can use whatever fruit is basically in season, right? But it's good to have some kind of a pulpy fruit, like plums or um, nectarines or peaches or, something along that line, right? Because then that adds that bulk to it. So, but yeah. So today I placed my first ever online grocery shopping order with Walmart because I've got my new credit card. So they have it if you placed your first order or whatever it is, first 3 orders or something, I don't know, with your new credit card, then you get cash back, right? So, and I'm all for that. So, yeah. So, otherwise, not much else has been happening here. It's just quiet. I'm tired. I am so tired. Usually by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 or 4, I just start to lose it. And now with these migraines that are just, yeah, it's becoming almost impossible to do anything. Tomorrow I get my new glasses. Oh my gosh. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. It's going to be nice. And then you can see me. You'll see me on Sunday's floss tube. And so you'll just have to take my word for it that I'm going to like them. And I think they're going to look cool. They're not overly big because I've been there. Anybody who was in the 70s and 80s that had these massive, big, these big glasses. Yeah, it was, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. So many of you old timers, and I count myself one of them. It's, yeah, it's really, yeah, we've been there. And it's just amazing to me how it is that cycles keep repeating, right? It's just incredible how it just all keeps going around. And people who say that we live in a linear lifetime, right? Like history is from here to wherever we are here and it continues on, you know. But it really doesn't. It's just like how everything runs in a circle, right? The planets are circular, the solar system is circular, the our constellation is circular, the Milky Way. It's it has the arms to it, right? But it's still, they all still go around in circles. Yeah, and everything else keeps going around. You know, it's just the way that things are. You know, the great designer, the great God, the whatever, you know, intelligent design, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And intelligent design is, I equate that with God. So, but that's just me, right? God is the term that I use. May not be what you use, but that's okay. It's just like when you go through various religion or various languages, and they will say they will say God in different ways, right? In German, it's Gott, Gott, or Herrgott, and that, and in French, it's Dieu, Dieu,